A few days ago, the word agoraphobia came into my mind. I read about it a few years ago and I saw a song talking about it, and I realized na most young people like myself, young adults, young professionals, as well as our teens are somewhat being overwhelmed by agoraphobia. It doesn't mean na takot talaga sila, but it just manifests sa mindset ng karamihan. For those who are new, agoraphobia is a word that talks about the fear of having no control. Having no control of emotions, having no control of situations, having no control of events, having no control of people. And it causes anxieties, it causes fear, and it causes doubts, which is apparently a trend these days, na kung saan most of us fear na kung ano ba yung gusto nating marating sa buhay, na hindi natin alam kung ano yung gusto natin sa buhay, hindi natin alam kung ano yung mga sasabihin ng mga tao, hindi natin alam kung paano sila magre-react sa mga sasabihin natin, hindi natin alam kung ano ang kanilang magiging judgments, hindi natin alam whether our decisions will lead us to the path where we need to be. And it scares us. Kasi maybe what if we fail? What if everything that we've built up upon might suddenly disappear? And on those cases, yes, it is a justifiable thing where we fear kung ano nga ba ang hindi natin nakokontrol. And eventually, I've been self-reflecting on why do we care so much about control? Why do we care so much na kung saan alam natin kung ano yung dapat magiging sasabihin ng iba, alam natin kung ano dapat yung mga events that would happen, because having control kinda means having security. You feel secure about yourself. You feel sure sa mga gagawin mo if you know about something. Ika nga, you are a master of the fate. Ika nga. So, that's a very weird example, but having this control makes you fearless. And you can understand why people want control because, alam mo yun, the fear of the unknown won't be present. And at the same time, when you have no control, those fears manifest even more. So, ano nga bang gusto kong iparating sa episode na ito, sa ganitong usapan na meron tayong dalawa? It just goes to show na it just goes to show na certainty with security goes hand in hand. You have high security if you have high chances of certainties in life. If you're certain that some things would happen like the way you want to, then you're secured about it. And if something is not in your control, then you are insecure about it. Most of the things that we're insecure about are the things that we cannot control. Like, let's say our appearances, let's say our life events, let's say let's say something bad happens in our lives na hindi natin nakukuha. So most of our insecurities come from the things we don't control. But yet, why are we so comfortable living? Or why are we so comfortable expressing that we don't know what to do in life? Because it's very comforting. Believe it or not, it's very comforting to complain. It's very comforting to vent out. Because I believe there's a readings na it releases dopamine. Na it makes us feel good when we share, vent, or complain about something. And that's normal. I think that's chemical reaction sa ginagawa natin. But I digress. Nawawala na tayo sa point ng episode na ito. That was just the intro to give you a premise on the mindsets of majority of us. And I want to focus on bakit nga ba merong certainty in uncertainty? How can we be secure to the things that we are uncertain about? And for sure, I think one of the best advices na na nababasa ngayon, napapanood ngayon, na kumakalat ngayon sa social media or even in most cases on most people is that you only focus on what you can control. I think the very essence of stoicism is there, and at the same time parang lumalabas na gasgas na siya. But it is still a good reminder to all of us that we just focus on the things we can control. Your emotions, your point of views, your thoughts, mostly ganun ang nakokontrol natin. And by limiting yourself to that, the world might seem darker, but you have the light. You control where the light goes. So regardless kung gaano kadilim yung mundo, you can still be secure about where you are. And another one na kung saan na-realize ko din lately is that one of the best sayings lagi na sinasabi ng parents ko, sinasabi ng parents ko every time na may sinishare ako ng ganito, ay ito yung gusto kong gawin pagtanda ko, ay ito yung mga future plans ko, ay ito yung mga gusto kong gawin. Na I have so many things I want to do, then sinishare ko sa kanila. And sometimes I also express fear, express doubt. Now, what if po dumating sa ganitong punto ito? What if ganyan? Super, madaming what ifs. And all my dad told me is that you cross the bridge when we get there. We cross the bridge when we get there. Na yung tipong, malayo ka pa doon sa certain event, grabe na yung isip mo, and the moment it arrived, ay mas natataranta ka. Habang you tend to lose focus kung ano yung meron ka ngayon because focusing on what's ahead is your priority. And sometimes most plans of us failed. Most goals of us failed kasi we tend to focus more on kung ano yung malayo pa instead of kung ano yung ginagawa natin ngayon. Example, you want to have a great body. You want to have a great financial situation, gusto mong yumaman, gusto mong gumanda yung katawan mo, gusto mong maging successful. And yet, the more we focus on those things, nakakalimutan na natin yung mga steps na kailangan natin gawin in order to get there. That's why most of the time, we often feel frustrated if hindi natin nakukuha yung goals natin. Because we always focus on the mountain and not the path. So that, if that makes sense, ganun ang nangyayaring situation. And because of that, we cross the bridge when we get there is a bit one of my philosophies lately. Na kung saan, dami kong gustong gawin sa buhay. And since marami akong gustong gawin sa buhay, at least established na kung saan ako pupunta. So all I have to do is focus my actions on the foundations that will prepare me para pagdating sa bridge na yun, everything will be okay. Kasi knowing a path is already good. Kasi you can create contingencies, you can create preparations. Just because we don't know or we are not certain about something in the future doesn't mean that we cannot prepare for it, right? So we can still prepare for it. You can prepare your skills, you can prepare your mindsets, or even contingencies in case something bad happens. And I think that's most of the things na hindi na-realize ng mga young ones natin, or even some adults who feel lost in life. Now we always focus on the path. We always focus on the mountain and never the path. That's why most of us feel lost. Kasi di natin alam kung saan pupunta. And is it bad to know, or is it bad to feel lost? No, it's normal to feel lost. What's not normal is that if you choose to stay lost. I think that's the premise here. We can be lost in life. Sure, there are things na di natin alam kung saan talaga tayo pupunta or saan talaga tayo dadalhin ng tadhana, saan talaga tayo dadalhin ng mga actions natin. But if you decide to stay lost, then I guess it will really frustrate you. Wanna know how to avoid getting lost? You just show up. Ano ibig sabihin nun? If there are events in your life, if there are invitations that you think would deemed necessary to help you grow, don't deny, wag mong iwasan ng mga bagay-bagay. You show up. You show up to class, you show up to work, You show up with your friends. You show up with your dates. Because you have no idea what the power showing up can do to someone. You just show up even if your mind or body is contradicting you too. Minsan nakakatamad talaga pumasok. Especially after a long holiday. Nakakatamad talaga yan. But you still have to show up because opportunities, new ideas come when you show up. And usually, one of the philosophers, Seneca, sinabi niya na, it is not what we have. Oh, sorry. Mali yung alala ko. Ang sinabi ni Seneca is that it is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it. Yung tipong most of us waste time in our lives worrying about the things na never pang nangyari. Or even if nangyari yun, let's say our worries, let's say our fears, our doubts happened. It's like twice natin siyang na-experience. Because you're already experiencing it on your thoughts, and the moment it came, you're still experiencing it. That's double the pain. That's double damage. That's critical damage. And I think someone said that. I forgot the philosopher or the person who said that exact same thing na sinabi ko na you're reliving the pain twice. If you worry too much, then what you worry about happened, then you hurted yourself twice. So, yun. Aside kay Seneca din, in addition sa sinabi ni Seneca, na we have a short time to live, but that time is wasted, you have to remember, or we have to remember that our time here is limited. Our time in the world is limited. So if you choose to worry about the things that you cannot control, if you look back on your life, you will see that all you did was worry. And you seldom take action. And that is, I think, that is more frustrating. So, totoo lang, mas mapofrustrate ata ako sa sarili ko if I reflect back na wala akong ginawa kundi lang mag-worry instead of taking action and gaining new experiences. I think living that kind of regret is more painful because if you live with regret means that you cannot change anything. It already happened. But given na ang nasa ngayong situation tayo sa mga nakikinig na young adults or young ones or young teens in this episode, we can focus more on what we want to do. And we take action in doing that. And I think that's the best part. And another one na sinabi ni Epictetus. I will be quoting philosophers on this because philosophers figured it out. Philosophers figured out in having security when it comes to uncertainty. That's why Stoicism existed. Because of philosophers long time ago. Because this problem, the fear of the unknown, fear of what the things that we cannot control existed long before us, and philosophers figured it out mostly. Sinabi ni Epictetus na, you do not seek to have events happen as you want them to, but instead want them to happen as they do happen. Ano ibig sabihin nun? Ano nga ibig sabihin nun? Na sinasabi lang naman siya na you do not visualize events, you do not visualize situations based on what you want to, because if it doesn't happen, then you will be frustrated. That's why we have been taught that you expect less, because expectation often leads to disappointment, because sometimes our expectations is not what is happening realistically. So that's it. That's the very sinasabi ni Epictetus. And hopefully, as you listen to this episode, you reflect back as well on what are the things that you are afraid of, that you cannot control, that it's still bothering you. Ask yourself, why is it bothering me? I think that's the case na kulang sa atin ngayon as a young generation. We often questions ourselves less. Hindi natin masyadong kini-question ang mindset natin. Hindi natin kini-question kung ano tayo. It's just that, sige, I feel lost, I feel sad, I feel ganito. Okay na. But we seldom question ourselves, why do I feel sad? What can I do to handle this? Why do I feel frustrated if things doesn't go the way I planned? We seldom do that, but hopefully this episode allows you to question yourself more because it allows us to grow because there's no one else that could question us rather than ourselves. Mas okay nang tayong mag-question sa sarili natin because when other people will question us at hindi tayo nakasagot doon, then we would feel even more frustrated. Then as Easter ends and a new chapter begins for most of us, let's do focus on not having worries about the future. Because I'll give one example kung bakit I'll give an example bakit knowing about the future sometimes or knowing or having control of the things na hindi natin makontrol ay it often leads to a very, very miserable life. Recently, I've been playing Pokemon, the adventure game Pokemon and Tales of Fantasia, na kung saan you go out on this adventure, you slay monsters, you become this great warrior, you become this great master, and you conquer villains, and eventually, once you finish the game, or you reset back sa game, pag alam mo na yung mangyayari sa isang kwento, we are often desensitized by it. Ay alam mo nang mangyayari siya. So you're no longer as invested in it. You're no longer focused on it kasi alam mo na yung mangyayari. And if you convert that into life, if you know what will already happen, that makes life a lot less interesting. Most of the happiness or most of the great things that happened in one's life because things were unexpected. So, yun lang naman. I'm sure there are cases, there are situations that can be a loophole to what I said, and that's okay. It's up to you because at the end of the day, in conclusion of this, isang katotohanan sa buhay is that a fact of life, isa sa mga certainties ng buhay talaga na uncertainty is constant. Yan ang sure tayo. Uncertainty is very constant sa buhay natin. But it doesn't mean na yan ang magiging source ng anxiety natin. Again, like I said, uncertainty is a reality ng buhay natin. But it doesn't have to be the source of our anxiety and fear. Because if you embrace uncertainty, then those fears will go away. Just do what you have to do, show up, give your best, and reflect on any mistakes or any success that you have achieved in reaching what you want. And to end this episode, I will be sharing one of the quotes ng isang nagustuhan kong readings a few years ago. This is done by philosopher Marcus Aurelius na sinabi niya na, the happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. And that stuck with me ever since, and I hope that it will stick with you as well. Again, the happiness of our lives depends upon the quality of our thoughts. And this is my message for you, and hopefully that you can carry on as you move forward in life. So, this is your host, PJ, and I will see you all on the next one. Be safe.